Hey guys, how do you do for me, aka how do you do for me? And today I have the Nike LeBron 14 performance review for you guys, so let's get right into these. So starting out with the traction, as you guys can see, it looks really nice. If you guys hopefully can see the traction pattern, I'm not really sure what Nike's calling it, or I don't know the actual name of this pattern itself. All I can tell you guys is how it actually performed on the court for me. So essentially, on very clean courts, you're going to be sticking like glue, just like most other shoes. You're going to be good to go in these. You're going to get really nice traction. You're going to get a squeak in your shoe, and you shouldn't have to wipe too much. However, on more dusty courts or more normal courts, I say normal because most of us play on regular rec league gyms or high school gyms. They're not the cleanest and they're not dust free and stuff. So on those courts, you're definitely gonna have an issue with these because I feel like the pattern is too closely knit together, and I feel like the dust clumps and just the rubber compound that Nike used on this shoe was just a dust magnet, and you start to slip after a really short time, and it just wasn't a good experience. So if you're not hooping on pristine courts like college level or NBA level, you might have a problem with the traction on these. If you do, however, get a solid rubber outsole, the performance might change. It could totally be like amazing, but as for translucent rubber, I'd say like this is not a good option for regular courts or more dusty courts. Outside, I definitely wouldn't recommend these because I feel like, I don't know if you guys will be able to see, you guys probably can't see, but on the bottom of the LeBron 14s, there are a lot of little nubs and stuff, and when they're new, like it kind of works, or it looks cool and it feels cool, but after a while, you keep wiping, or you keep stopping on dimes and like crossing people up, those little nubs rip off really fast. So yeah, the LeBron 14's traction was not very good, starting this review with kind of like a downside. So yeah, traction for me just wasn't good. Moving on to the cushioning of the LeBron 14s, this is probably the best part of the shoe because I feel like they really stepped it up from the LeBron 12 and LeBron 13. So the LeBron 12, they first introduced these hex zoom units, and they're supposed to be really flexible, really comfortable, really responsive and all that stuff. But when I got my pair, it was just not a good experience. I felt like I couldn't even feel the zoom units because they were too small. They were flexible though, but they just didn't really feel good to me. And then on the LeBron 13, supposedly they beefed up the zoom units and they put two zoom units that were a little bit thicker, one in the forefoot and one in the heel, and then they had like small ones again around that, I think. And that also didn't really feel good to me. However, they did fix the cushioning on the LeBron 14s because let me tell you guys, these felt really nice. The two forefoot units I could definitely feel, especially the one on the ball of my foot. It was really responsive and it felt bouncy, which is just like how Zoom should feel. I couldn't really feel the midfoot one, but I think that one's just there for impact protection, and I'm not complaining that they're giving us extra Zoom. And then the heel. Look at how big this zoom unit is. I'm hella happy with what they did. It feels really nice, and I could definitely feel it when I was running and stuff, and it felt really good. My knees did not hurt at all. My back was all good. I could ball out for hours, and I didn't have to worry about the cushioning. So cushioning definitely was a step up from the past two models. If you really want nice cushioning, definitely look at the LeBron 14, or if you need a lot of impact protection. Moving on to the materials, I feel like they switched it up a lot this year. For the materials, they have a little bit, I think this is like nubuck or suede, probably nubuck, and then they have a little bit, I think this is fused flywire. They have the regular oval laces, and then they have this booty construction with all mesh. So this is like one of the first LeBron shoes, I guess, or the first high top model that had like all mesh. Usually they're pretty stiff and stuff, but these LeBron 14s are super soft, which kind of hinders their performance a little bit. I'll get more into that in the fit/support section. But the materials felt really good on my feet. Oh, and I forgot to mention the strap is just like, it's kind of like, it's really soft too. I don't know what material it is, but it's nothing too crazy. It's like pretty flexible and stuff. But the materials, however, were really comfortable. They were really soft, and they didn't bother my feet. Like, this is one of those shoes that you can get right before a game, and then you lace them up and then they're good to go because the materials are super soft. So yeah, materials were good for me, but let's move on to fit. So the fit of these LeBron 14s, fit/support, is probably the biggest downfall for me, in my opinion, of the LeBron 14's performance. Because, first of all, this booty construction is not gonna lock your foot down, in my opinion. Like, I feel like I went true to size in these. I had probably just the right amount of space in the toe box that I like. So these definitely run true to size. I would get my true size if I were you, but the heel lockdown was definitely not there for me. These kind of remind me of like the LeBron 13 lows. Like they didn't lock in my heel at all. So I couldn't really plan these for a long time because like I feel like my foot was about to come out. Even though they have this strap and stuff, like I didn't feel support in the shoe at all. And the forefoot also didn't really contain my foot well because of the soft materials. Like they feel nice, but for basketball, like I don't know how LeBron plays in the shoe because I just don't like the support at all. The Flywire and stuff, in theory works like when you're tying up your shoes, and they should lock your heel down and keep your foot supported and make the shoe fit your foot really nicely. But for some reason in this shoe, it just didn't work. I feel like my heel wasn't locked down, and also just the whole shoe in general didn't fit as well as I wanted it to, especially for basketball when you're making so many lateral movements and stuff. I just didn't feel support in the shoe, and I do not know how LeBron plays in these. But as for like the other support features, I guess the outrigger, I never really felt unstable in this shoe, even though there are 2 zoom units right here. But stability wasn't a really big problem for me. It was just the major downfall was the lockdown. So this is probably the reason why I didn't really like the LeBron 14s that much. So the support and fit were definitely not good in the LeBron 14, at least for me. If I had to purchase these shoes again, I would probably try to go down half a size. I would see if like I have enough room in the toe box, because maybe my heel would be locked down a little bit more. But other than that, I don't think I can hoop in the LeBron 14s anymore. So overall, are these worth $175? In my personal opinion, the only thing that was really good in this shoe was the cushioning and maybe the traction when the courts were super clean, like they just waxed it and they just dusted all that shit, like, and it's super clean. Like that's the only time that the traction was super good, and also the cushioning was just good all the time. It kind of felt like they went back to the level of cushioning of like the LeBron 11s. Those I really liked because it was Lunarlon and full length zoom. But yeah, for $175, I definitely wouldn't recommend the shoe unless you try it on and you feel like your heel's locked in, because that was just the major downfall for me. I personally can't play in a shoe if like my foot feels like it's gonna fall out, and these like definitely disappointed me. However, I don't want to end on a negative note. The cushioning, of course, was really good, and if you're playing on clean courts, the traction is going to be there for you. The materials are soft and feel really comfortable on your foot, but just again, like the heel lockdown, if you try these on and your heel isn't locked in, I definitely wouldn't recommend getting the shoe, especially for $175. Aesthetically though, I really like the shoe. I feel like these kind of can be worn with like joggers or tech fleece or whatever. But yeah, I wouldn't really recommend these for basketball performance wise, except unless like you try them on in store and you really like how they feel and your heel's locked in and you feel secure in the shoe, like then by all means go for it, because you're gonna get a really nice cushion setup and like I guess an okay traction setup. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up my performance review on the LeBron 14s. Let me know in the comment section down below if you picked up a pair. What do you guys think about the aesthetics? What do you guys think about the performance? Like, you guys already know my thoughts, but hopefully those who wanted the LeBron 14s and like were looking forward to it, hopefully they held up to your expectations. They definitely didn't hold up to mine, but that could just be my personal experience, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap up the video. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more videos and more performance reviews, sneaker videos, all that stuff, all that content. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because a lot more is coming on the way. And also, if you guys want to check out some updates on my channel, you guys can follow me at Honeydew for me. I'll also leave a link in the description so you guys can follow me and see what shoes are next and stuff like that. But other than that though, I don't have anything else to say to you guys, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.